In a society where the people are not able to connect the government, development is always far-fetched. The 43-year-old Ogun State created by the regime of the late General Muritala Muhammad could not fortify all the nooks and crannies with development, hence the need for the creation of local governments. ODO local government area came into existence on the 19th of May 1989, following the merging of Ota, part of the defunct Ifo Ota local government, with ODO Ibesa area of Yewa South local government. But the astonishing population of 526,565, according to the 2006 population census, called for the further subdivision, and the administration of Senator Ibikunle Amosun was up to the task, and 37 local council development areas were created. Apparently, ODO local government area gave birth to 4 LCDAs: Adodo, Ibesa Agbara, Aton Iju Ilobo, and Songo Ijoko. Notably, in 2016, True Development presented itself to the people of ODO and its environs when engineer Saeed Olabisi Alagbe, MNSE, contested and won the chairmanship election.
I am engineer Saeed Olabisi Alagbe, MNSE. I am a native of ODO. I am a mechanical engineer and also a facilities management professional. I contested and I won the election into the local government in 2016 October, precisely October 8th, and I was sworn in as the first executive chairman of ODO Local Council Development Area in October 2016. Prior to our elections, ODO LCDA never existed. We are all in ODO local government, but the governor, His Excellency Senator Ibikunle Amosun, in his policies decided to break the local government where people can have government getting closer to them. Dividend of democracy can easily get to the people. I was one of those that supports this idea, and it was this drive that got me interested in coming home to represent my people. As the chairman, what we met when we came here was an abandoned building where rodents and reptiles reside. The whole place is filled with bushes. Though it was supposed to be an area office, but I mean, for the entire building, we're just wasted. We just had about 2 rooms being used, maybe for some guys that were doing national ID card at that moment. When we came in here, we took over the entire place and we started building on what we have, and we started making the place conducive so that we can receive staff. This office you are seeing today was built, was revived and rehabilitated to this point, and at least right now we have more than 60 staff, and though not so comfortable, not what we want, but at least we can accommodate them and they can discharge their duties perfectly. On our resumption into office, it was a very big issue. It was a tug of war because the facilities here are just not usable, and we don't have any staff posted. So we have to be working from Ota, and that's funny. We are 5 local government chairmen working with only 1 head of local government and the entire staff of ODO local government. And I think, you see, the pain of being the pioneer of any place is just one of those pains, because we have to actually go through the rigors of getting everything in place. But notwithstanding, I was very connected to the people of Adodo, and the first I did was to conduct a needs assessment. Needs assessment is to know exactly what you can do to the people that will make them quickly feel the impact of government, and they will know that, I mean, the government that is close to them is worth being with. So first, what we did was to go out and conduct a survey of what the people actually need. And when you talk to the people, the first thing they mention, and they keep mentioning up till date, is that they want their roads to be fine. And that's one major thing that is wrong with Adodo. I tell you, before our emergence here, our road linking us to Lagos through Ikoga to Badagry is gone. Nobody can even pass through the place anymore. And what they said was that whatever it is, we should do something about that road. I told them that road is a federal government road. It's actually not the responsibility of the local government. But you see, we need to make things happen, because one, you cannot be in a place that the commerce is dead and you expect that you want to run government. So what we have to do is to work with the people. Then we develop this policy, myself and my team. We call it the 4 Ps: the public, the private, and the people partnership. The people partnership is the most important in our case, because we have no industries, so-called industry around there to work with, so we had to talk to our people. So what we did was, in that partnership, we were able to raise fund, and we were able to commit the fund into fixing our roads by ourselves. So what we did was, we had to go and hire earth moving equipment, graders, and all sorts of things. We brought them to the place, make the road passable, and that is why Ado with the Koga road is now an alternative to even the worst Baraton Lusada road. So people now take this place as an alternative when they are going to Badagry, and that's something that the people of Adodo are very, very happy about. That was the first we were able to do from our assessment, and before we now decided, that the people, as local government, we are not seriously patronized by the state, because there was not much money as allocation coming down to us. So we had to be proactive enough. The government at the time provided a grader, and we made use of this grader judiciously. The entire Adodo community was the machine was put to work. We were able to grade almost all the streets. We go from street to street, from area to area, even roads that have been impassable for years. We revisited the place, we graded them, opened it up for our people to have easy access. And there are some roads, like for instance, the road from Elemoki to Isalu. Those villages I'm talking about, major business is farming. And they needed a road, not so tired, not the express, but something that can allow them bring their goods to the market. So we're able to do all sorts of things so that our people can access the market easily. And these palliatives we are able to put in place has really relieved the people, and they are happy for it.
In order to improve the internally generated revenue of the LCDA, and in furtherance to his manifesto to revive markets and open access roads for communities to engender ease of movement and invest in data management for long-term planning, the engineer Saeed Alagbe's administration revived the Ajela Nwa Market Alapoti, created the Adodo Central Motor Park within the Agunloye Market, and open access road within the town and their interlands.
Then also, we had to fix our markets. I tell you, before now, Adodo has no garage. What we used to have, motorists parking along the road, taking their passengers and moving on. But you see, when I came in, I realized that we cannot be the headquarters of a local government and still operate like we're just some kind of people without rules and regulation. So what we had to do is to look at what to do. A section of the market was cut off, and we decided to fill up the place, and we're able to though we have better designs for the place. With me here, I have a design of a complete mall that would complete mall with design that will stand in that garage. That you will have something that looks like this, a complete mall that has something that it looks, you have shops, we have places where people can display their goods and all sorts. So this was the plan, but you see, when there's no fund, we open up the space, and the open space is now used entirely for the motor park. That's the first of its kind. We're also able to create a motorcycle park for the motorcyclists so that we can take them off our road. We're able to do some rejigging, trying to rearrange the markets, arrange the stalls so that the market can be improved. And today, Adodo market is now one market that you cannot just miss. People come from far and wide to patronize our people on what they sell. Then, in order to make it better, we have markets that have existed even before I was born, and these markets have been forgotten. For instance, the Ajelanwa market in Alakoti. People have forgotten the market. It has gone moribund. Our government decided to revive these markets, and one of the first set of things we did was to conduct another survey to ask the people why the market got, forgotten.
Àwọn èèyàn ló jẹ́ kí ó má sí mọ́ lọ́rọ̀jà yìí kódà nígbà tí ọjà ṣì wà gan around 1963 àwa la ṣàlẹ̀ ọjà yìí ṣé yóò bá mi yé yín àwa la ṣá ọjà yìí dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ọjà tó jẹ́ pé ó ń kún gan nígbà tí ó dàbẹ̀ ní pé ọjà dé bẹ́ẹ̀tì ibi ọ̀tẹ̀ ibi pé èmi ò fẹ́ tiẹ̀ èmi ò gbà tiẹ̀ ó lọ jẹ́ kí ọjà yìí lọ báyìí.
And so many things they said, but we are convinced that if the market is revived, it will bring commerce to Alakoti people, and at the same time, when allowed to grow, it will become a source of revenue for this local council. So we decided to rebuild Ajelanwa market in Alakoti. We now call it the farm produce market, where people are expected to bring their products, farm produce, to meet those that will buy them.
Ìmọ̀ràn mi ni pé ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dé yìí wọ́n kú iṣẹ́ wọ́n kú pé wọ́n takuntakun iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń ṣe wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ gan bẹ̀tẹ̀ Ọlọ́run á kún wọn lọ́wọ́ àní rí wàhálà àní rí dààmú lórí ọjà yìí torí ìgbà tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ ṣe ọjà yìí awuyewuye nǹkan kan gbó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣé Yorùbá mi yé yín bẹ̀tẹ̀ ní ìsìn nígbà tí awuyewuye ti ṣẹlẹ̀ tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ti rí pé Ọlọ́run ti bá wa paná awuyewuye yẹn àdúrà wa ni pé kí Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí ọjà yìí kó tó máa kún sí ká má rí wàhálà ká má rí dààmú gbogbo àwọn ẹni bí kọ́lọ́n bá wa lé wọn jìnnà inú mi dùn bí wọ́n ṣe sọ pé ọjà yìí fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí nísìn.
It is normal for governments to do new things, but we believe again that what previous governments have built should not be thrown away. So for us, we have seen boreholes built by government and has been abandoned, and nobody's talking about it. So in our drive, we decided to revive such boreholes that we met, and in our drive, we were able to revive at least about 3 of those boreholes, put it back to shape so that people can use them. We have attracted development from partners. For instance, there was a school that we had to bring Rotary Club of Ota to build their toilets.
Education being the best legacy any reasonable government can invest on was the engineer Saeed Alagbe administration major focus. The Back to School Initiative program saw to the distribution of notebooks to indigent pupils.
Education is one of our biggest priority. Unfortunately, we have a very big dream of doing so much, but our abilities were limited by paucity of funds. But at the same time, we did not wait. I would not allow that to deter us. What we did first, we have an initiative. We call it Back to School Initiative, which we did. The essence is, we have a lot of indigent students around this place. A lot of our people cannot afford to pay school fees and all sorts. And we have indigent students going to public schools that their parents couldn't even afford to give them books, they can't afford to get them bags and all sorts. So as a government, with the limited resources we have, we're able to bring big notes, and we're able to share to several hundreds of us pupils. This was one initiative we did to bridge the gap and to help the students.
In celebration the posthumous birthday of Pa Obafemi Awolowo, the chairman took out time to practically teach students of senior secondary schools across the LCDA on values, morals, orderliness, among other topics.
One of the posthumous birthday of our legend, Pa Obafemi Awolowo, we decided to take that date for me, the chairman, to speak to students on values. I practically went to schools and we're teaching students of secondary school, senior secondary school, values. I taught them what it means to understand value, because problem that is existing in this world that we are now is that the value system has gone so bad, and people don't even value culture. They don't have values for the education they are into. They don't even value the community and the environment. So I had to go as a role model to talk to students. And while I was leaving, for every school we visited, we donated to them a modem, internet modem, so that they can put in their libraries, and then the students can actually have free time on their computers. These modems are easy modems that can be loaded with just recharge cards, so that people can be connected to the internet. Because my belief is that if you have a modem that can connect at least about 10 or 15 systems at the same time, and the school can afford to get them some 10-15 gig, sit on their system and do some little research. We are also working with youth organizations around to ensure that students within our schools are disciplined. People jump fence, all those young children running out of school and all sorts. Within this community is a taboo. If you run out of school, we have committees, we have youth organizations that are looking at students tramps, and they are helping the schools to ensure that our kids are having the best of education.
ODO is known for large-scale production of cocoa, kola nut, palm tree, as well as arable crops like maize, rice, cassava, and cashew crops. ODO is obviously a terrain for agricultural businesses and potentials.
ODO is an agriculturally inclined environment. Majority of our people are farmers, and if we are going to do anything here, we have to put agric first, because that's one of the areas where we can generate revenue. While we are coming from ODO, we inherited a poultry with birds. And we actually ran the poultry, and at the point we were selling both the eggs and we were selling the poultry. We are selling the chicken to our people at subsidized prices to help them during Yuletide. Later on, we created a farmers database. That is a database for this local council to have a grip of all the farmers that we have in this place, so that we can organize programs where it will affect them directly. We have done some enlightenment. We have taken some of them out of this place for programs that will influence what they do.
The council also nursed 5,000 stands of oil palm seedlings for sales to local farmers.
We have, as a council, at the time, nursed oil palm seedlings worth about 5,000 stands. This we nursed is actually meant to encourage people to go into oil palm plantation, and at the same time it's for us to generate revenue for this council, because we have done it with the buyers of having interest on it, and that's ongoing, and it sounds successful. On agric, we have relationship with the Ministry of Agric on our agric settlements. There have been issues on land. There have been little issue of land grabbing, and has become a communal issue. The Ministry of Agric, Ministry of Housing, there are a lot of issues across board and across ministries with regards to farmlands within ODO, and some families who have farmlands released to them, and there's mix-ups within the ministries. I think that's a major issue that has resulted into conflicts within our people. As the chairman, I stepped into it. I was able to bring all the ministry down to this place, and we discussed, and at the end of the day we were able to put a lasting solution to the problem. Right now, the Ministry of Agriculture now knows where their land ends. Housing now knows where their land ends. The families that have land knows where they end, and that has resolved a lot of problems that is causing mayhem on our farmlands.
In the area of sports, ODO people are staunch sport lovers, especially football. On this note, Alagbe gave the people what they love by organizing a football competition for technicians and association in the area to further enhance peaceful cohabitation. He was greatly commended for his dynamism, as that jet the spirit of love in the town once again.
Growing up in Adodo is not fun without you loving sports. I remembered when we were growing up, we used to have people having football clubs, and you can imagine the passion. We have Rovers of those days, and our brothers, uncles are fan of football. They go travel different distances to go see or watch football matches and even participate. So I realized if we are going to be a successful administrator in Adodo, you have to think about sports. You have to do something about sports. With the mega resources that were available to us, we're able to constitute a committee, and we organize a football competition among artisans. First is to bring the competition, and knowing full well that Adodo is just coming out of several communal issues, communal troubles. We needed to do things that would bring people together, bring a future where people live together in harmony, where people live together as brothers, and where we rejoice and celebrate around ourselves, and we don't have reasons to fight. So we have to bring that competition up. The competition was for artisans, the barbers, the mechanics, the auto technicians, wires, so say fashion designers. So we thought it was going to be a joke. I mean, we're looking at a competition that will bring people into some sort of novelty matches, but we're wrong. The people participated fully. We had a community of people watching the football daily and following up who will win. I was amazed when I came from one of my trips and we were going to have one of the finals, and you see the atmosphere was so charged. Bring up all the security apparatus in Adodo to come and ensure there's peace, there's stability. How people love sports, and we brought that to them, and the competition went well. At the end of the day, somebody won the trophy, and it was a moment of celebration. I was happy in the midst of my people. We're lifting the cup to the winners, and we're giving prizes. Not even minding that we're not able to provide, so to say, a very big prize, but at least our people were happy doing what we're doing. So in sports, we have been able to bring people together. Alamo Grammar School is my alma mater. I was an old student, and as a government, we were always following up morally. We were always following up whatever support we could give them, and we're happy they were able to cross the ODO in Ogun State, and my school actually won the Principal's Cup. I think this is the second time in a row. Alamo Grammar School winning was one of our joy, and it becomes one of our achievements seriously in sport. The students were all over this place. They brought their cup to me, and we celebrated it together. It shows that we have paid a lot of attention to development of sport within our area. And we didn't stop at that. This council organized novelty matches that involved myself playing with some of the youths of the community, because we believe that sport is something that bridges the gap, that brings people together. And in a way of going to the people, making them feel administration, making them talk to us, we had to go to them. And that's one of the ways we're able to mix with the people so that they can see the value in this governance that is very close to them.
In the health sector, the Abanise Loluwa team ensured adequate health care was put in place for the people with support from notable organizations, which includes Rotary Club of Otta, Initiatives of Change IOFC, and Adodo Development Foundation. Example is the renovation and upgrading of the Adodo dispensary to a primary healthcare center, Idoleyin Primary Healthcare Center, as well as distribution of eyeglasses to the people with sight problem, especially the old ones. Also, series of medical checkups and tests were conducted for free.
People without good health is more like having dead people walking. This is an LCDA filled with indigent people. And since there are no big general hospitals here, there are no big private hospitals here, as a local government, we have to pay attention to our primary health care centers. And that I've taken seriously since I came to government. We're not able to do a lot of uplift at the beginning because we don't have the fund. But what I determined to do is that with the little that we have, we need to make proper use of it, and we need to make the best use of the facilities we have. So this we worked on. I am also a doctor anyway, because there's no week I don't do a check of my health centers at the beginning. We keep going to them, ensuring they are in uniform, ensuring that they are doing what they are supposed to do, they are following the ethics of their job. I did all of this and ensure that the health centers are informed and they are alert all the time, so that when our people come with emergency, they can attend to them. We did a lot of reviews. We tried to work on them. We are following up when they have issues. I deal with them directly. When they require reprimand, I reprimand directly. When they require to be, appreciated, I do appreciate them directly. But as a government, we have at the time run a free eye test where we gave over 300 people eyeglasses. We gave treatment to people. We were able to even move, in collaboration with one eye foundation in Djibouti, we were able to move people with cataract in their eyes to the hospital where they were able to do free surgery. We have also done free blood screening. We did free blood screening for about 1,000 people, screening for blood sugar, and we did screening for HIV/AIDS. And we got a lot of feedback from that. We're able to save some people. We're able to advise those that have high level of sugar in their blood to know what to do on time, because you're talking to people that really need to understand that we need to check the sugar level of the blood, and so they appreciate our gestures were appreciated. We also supported the tuberculosis section of the local government. ADODO has received them about almost 5 times during our government, where they came to do free screening for tuberculosis, and some cases that were reported were taken for treatment. All were done free of charge. Surprisingly, when we came in, none of the health centers have a laboratory, and that's really absurd, because if there's somebody that is sick, you want to do malaria test, they have to take the blood to a private place. I think it is exigent for a government that understands that the people need to be treated to create such. So our government created a laboratory in one of the health centers where we can do blood tests and know, okay, somebody is having malaria, we can know before they start administering drugs to them. We also ensure that all our health centers were provided with drugs. There's no drug that is needed by any health center that this administration did not provide. And these drugs were provided at subsidized rates so that the people can afford them and they can be treated at a cheap rate. ODO LCDA, under our administration, have been opened. So open to people to come and help, and we have extended our hands of friendship to organizations for partnership. I want to state here that we have enjoyed the best of collaboration with Rotary Club of Ota. Fortunately, I'm also a member of the club, but that club has been so magnanimous to ODO LCDA and to ODO people. The health center in ODO Ward 2, was taken up by Rotary, and the entire health center was revamped by Rotary Club with little support from ODO Development Foundation and our council. We were able to build almost a new health center, and the facility right here now is standard and people can enjoy coming to give back. The primary health center before does not have more than one single ward where both male and female share. With the help of Rotary, we were able to create a male ward. We were able to separate the male ward from the female ward. We were able to build new toilets. We were able to have their water running. We were able to have a member of Rotary donated something called a nebulizer for kids with respiratory problems, and this gave me a lot of joy in my heart, and we are kind of fulfilled in that aspect. Part of this, we have also extended our collaboration, our hands are open for partnership. We got another partnership with an organization, also another international NGO called Royal Rearmament. These guys, wonderful people, came with us to Idoleng Health Center. Idoleng is a village in Adodo, and it's deep inter, where people have to walk miles to get to the hospital. The council has had an health center there, but if you look at the health center, it was almost gone because we're almost losing the roofs. It's more like a dead building before these guys were shown the place and they decided to help us. Royal Rearmament started this by changing the entire roof of the building, just like Rotary did. They created a new set of toilets, extended the building to have more wards, painted it, make it look like new, and people are enjoying it now. The council is still open to collaboration though. We still need people that can help from different angles that will make our health center more habitable for people to use. We've also distributed equipment, tailoring machine, hairdressing equipment, for organizers, compressors, for painters. We have actually given some out to our people. One of our strides was to create an identity for this LCDA, and in connection and in consultation with elders and stakeholders, we created ODO LCDA logo. This logo has different meanings. We took care of Adodo as a riverine area. Our people in Engr, where they practice fishing and they have rivers. We took care of Adodo being a place where we have erudite professors, people that believe in education, and one of our beliefs as a people is that we are educated and we love education. We took mat weaving because mat weaving is one historical trade of Adodo women. In their Awori nation, Adodo is known for mat weaving. So there's a space for mat weaving in our in our logo. And in our logo we have the insignia of the Amuwa. Amuwa meaning the tradition of Adodo and the people of Adodo. So these were done in connection with other stakeholders of Adodo, and this logo was actually passed through the legislature, and we all agreed, and today we have that insignia boldly erected in front of the council to state for anybody coming into this LCDA to know what we stand for as a people.
My name is Badruddin Marudin Akiola, Vice Chairman of ODO LCDA. I want to give thanks to Almighty Allah who made it possible for me to be here as the Vice Chairman, and more so the Executive Governor of the state, Senator Ibikule Amosu, FCA, COA, who created LCDA, 37 additional LCDA with the 20 local government. My Chairman, Engineer Saeed Olabisi Alagbe, is a good man to work with. He's so resilient and a vibrant young man. So far so good. We came on board, there's no rancor. I've enjoyed a very good relationship working with him. He's open to advice, he's open to criticism, and he does not discriminate. So I'm happy working with him. And if there's any opportunity again for us to work together as a team or in another way, no problem.
My name is Honorable Shegun John Hodonu, the Secretary to Local Government, ODO LCDA. And I am from Engr ward. So, first and foremost, we thank God for the opportunity of being the SLG. Also, we thank God for the combination of the three people that is acting here as an executive chairman, the vice chairman, and the secretary of the local government. We are very friendly to ourselves, not friendly alone, very loyal to ourselves, and that one help us a lot so that the work is not cumbersome for us. We are doing it as if this local government is our own local government. We are doing it because this local government is our local government, and we are doing it because the three of us, we are formerly contestants of this, of the chairman of this local government. But thank God, when God say it is the engineer Saeed Alagbe that will steer the steering of the ship of this local government then, and Morufdin will be the vice. We thank God. Sheikh will be the secretary. The three of us, we love each other and we cooperate with ourselves. That is why the job is easier for us.
When you have performed to expectation, commendations will be given. ODO LCDA Chairman Alagbe has won numerous awards for outstanding performance. One of the awards won is that of an international monthly magazine, the Papyrus International, on outstanding performance. He also won the Ogun State Ministry of Community Development and Cooperatives Meritorious Award in Community Development for Ogun West Senatorial District. The pioneer chairman of the LCDA, Saeed Olabisi Alagbe, has always nurtured a genuine love for ODO and its people. He will stop only when ODO is fully developed and hopes the people will always support good intentions to truly uplift the council.
What my eyes have seen.